chased it for years.
Stop. Don't want to compare yourself to anybody.
It's ConvoTime. This is the show where we talk about anything and everything that has to do with young adults. You already know my people. I've got to my left the beautiful Regina.
Hey.
Beats by Reggie.
Get with it.
We have to promote her.
Hashtag.
And I've got the gorgeous Lillian.
At the melanated boss.
It's Young B.
Oh no. No girl. That was my past life.
I will never. Hold on to that thought. Your past life.
You're a musician in your past life.
Oh, you don't want to know.
No, we're just not going to talk about that. That's another show entirely.
I will never do that again. I promise. On set. And then we've got Mandem Toby.
Sipping on tea.
Again with the hats.
Hey.
Right. You said past life. I'm hurting a little bit. And I you guys to, maybe I'm overreacting.
Okay.
But this is a sore topic for me. And it's simply because right now I am wishing I can go back to my past life and be a child all over again.
Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Can you guys explain to me, am I overreacting with this work-life balance that everybody seems to have intact and I have none of?
Can I actually thank
People
you?
make it
That's
seem like
actually
they
what I
have
wanted
it.
to say.
Have you seen
like,
those
girl,
memes of like Cruella DeVille trying to like balance her social life, trying to balance like my work life, trying to balance like everything, and then she's looking all crazy? That's how I feel from time to time.
Now I'm thinking, go on.
People just show you what they want you to see.
It's true.
True.
I don't believe everyone has it together.
So I'm not the only one.
You are not. We are all in this.
Cute song.
Cute song.
I think I know where she's getting it from. You know that there's this thing, I think it started 2 years ago, and it was a cartoon figure of a lady walking into a new year, and she had everything
all sorted.
Yeah.
I wish that were me.
That's where the problem started.
How they say it, that's where it started. She basically made all girls feel like, you can have it all. Now, I feel like life is always going to be about ups and downs, you know what I mean? So you're going to have days where like you have it together and days where...
See, I understand what you mean, but I guess where I'm coming from is just in general even, like as a whole in Ireland, UK, Nigeria even, when you think about how hard people work, how many hours a day, in one day, not in the week even, that people work and spend their lives in one location, or even if you happen to be in several locations in that same day, and then by the end of the day you're like, okay, how many hours are there left for me to breathe?
I hear that.
That's how I'm feeling.
It's only recently, I suppose, that I've actually found like an organization that I like to work in.
Yeah.
So like there's perks like unlimited PTO or like work from home or like...
Can I have your job?
So like this girl travels. 1 minute she's in Dubai, next minute she's in America.
What's PTO?
Pay time off.
Oh.
So instead of like the capped 25 days, it's like...
So you get more.
As long as it doesn't affect like business objectives and stuff like that.
What's the name of
half
your
of the
company?
year though. That's like piss take.
That's pissed. That's a sabbatical.
That's PT, not PT.
No, but like I just feel like in my earlier not that I've been working for like ages, but like in my
you look
earlier
100 to me.
well, I make 100 look good. But anyway, but like earlier career or whatever. It's kind of like I was working for a company. I won't mention names or whatever, but you feel like straight after uni, you feel like okay, you have a lot to prove. So you're overworking yourself. Nobody's really telling you about like, the politics that comes with working in corporate UK. Nobody's telling you, you can talk to HR about this or whatever. Or, just like the little tips and tricks. So like over time where I've kind of like, gone through my career, I've learned certain things. And because of that, I'm able to now demand certain things like moving forward. So that's kind of like helped me. Yeah.
That's really good and lucky for some. As I'm standing, I'm thinking, I don't even know whether I'm one of those people that, when you, after a while, when you question, am I in the right career?
Yes.
Am I doing the right thing?
Am I where I'm supposed to be?
When you start, you're thinking, oh, this is the best. My company's amazing. And I'm actually doing something with my degree and stuff like that. Like, I have a business degree. And obviously I'm working in a business company, I'm working in a financial company, but now I'm thinking, I have a kid now.
Yeah.
To top it all off, and I'm married with a kid, I've got responsibilities. I know you're gonna argue and go, but single people have responsibilities too and all of that, but I just feel it's just not the same. I'm coming home every day now thinking, I'm projecting to the future going, will my kid actually know what my face looks like at some point?
Yeah.
When overtime is demanded of me and I don't get home till he's in bed, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, how do families do it? Individuals, the people that you guys are saying, you guys have responsibilities too, and because I've had people say that to my face, going, "Oh, Loretta, you don't know what we're going through." I'm like, can
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like that's why I have an older sister, so she's like in her 30s. She has 2 kids, and she's like working for like one of the top companies in the UK, and she has like a side hustle. So I'm guessing it's just about prioritizing and like actually just formulating a plan. Because with her, I ask her all the time, like, how do you actually do it? I love my nieces, but I love the fact that I can return them. So like, I'm not even going to pretend having a single life. Like, all I have to do is think about myself.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, I don't like have a kid that I'm getting ready for before work. I hit the gym, I have this easy breezy kind of singleton lifestyle going on. Doesn't mean it's like less difficult, but doesn't mean like I have a whole other human that I need to take care of. So I hear you.
Yeah, I think it's so different when it comes to being single and being married with a child. I myself have a child, and it's hard. But I think we're talking about work balance. You have to sort of know how to balance it out. I'm not an expert at it. I work full time, and I also have a side hustle on the side. So I just try to balance it. I don't know how to explain it, but I try.
Exactly.
For example, like there are times that at work they ask me, "Oh, Regina, can you stay overtime or can you come in on Saturday?" I say, "Excuse me, come sir, I have a child at home." So I literally told them I'm flexible. I can be flexible, but my main thing is I spend most of my time at work. The weekends are the only time that I have to spend with my family. And to be honest, now that I'm doing my side hustle, Saturdays, half the time I'm gone.
Yeah.
And my husband is there looking after the child. And it's not easy, yes.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. I hope you don't mind me asking. This whole idea of having a side hustle, like you said your sister works for a top company. Is she happy with her job? Why does she have a side hustle?
Because sometimes, like, even with me as well, I have a side hustle.
Why do you have a side hustle?
I love my job, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I like to have that release to be creative somewhere else because my job is very.
So the side hustle is just like a hobby.
Yes,
essentially. But if it makes you money, then it's a hustle.
Sorry. Yes, I think 2018. We have a lot of responsibilities, and I believe that every household should sort of have more than just one income coming in, aside the main income that the husband and the wife
your
have.
Cow cash. Your cash cow cash.
I believe everyone should have some hustle that will bring in some sort of change. Might not be a lot, but just it's really important because there are little things that you would need that will creep up on you, and if you know that I've got this money at the back that you can sort of take out of, and like you said, it also gives you this. For me, doing makeup, it gives me this. Being married is it's a whole new ball game. Do you get me? And it feels and because I got into it quite early. And I have a lot of friends of mine that are still, living the best life and all that. I feel like me doing makeup on the side gives me that time, that me time, and it's something I love to do. So it's not like I can wake up at 4 a.m. Trust me, some brides have gone and they'll say, "Oh, come in." I say, "No, I'll be there at 5 a.m. Thank you very much," because I don't like to be rushing. And I'll wake up and my husband will say, are you not tired? And I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm good because it's something I love doing.
But if it's
compared to my 9 to 5, to wake up in the morning is like, oh god.
So that's why I asked that question because I grew up with this mentality of I believe in jack of all trades. I feel like if you try this, try that, you end up finding something that you'd like, and you can always keep trying new things. You know what I mean? But people, the whole mentality of you go to school, do this, and you get a degree. And a lot of people say, like you were saying something about you got a business degree, but you wake up going, "Am I really happy here?"
Exactly.
Yeah. So I feel like from a young age, like it's always better to give that always have that idea in your head that like try like your kids like you might sell like lemonade today, tomorrow you sell cookies. From that age, that opens you to that mindset of I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like some people are different. Like for me, kind of knew what I wanted to do. So I didn't really have to dabble in, apart from, having the African parent that forced me into being a doctor or whatever. That never worked out, by the way. But anyway, like, I just feel like I kind of always knew what I wanted to do. So it wasn't a case of, I have to dip in this and I have to dip in this and I have to dip in that. I really, really, really believe in, like, living a purposeful life.
Yes.
Because, like, if you don't have a purpose or you don't, like, have goals or you don't understand what you're trying to do, you're going to accomplish nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I'm just kind of like, I get the idea of, dabbling into stuff, but for me, it's just kind of have that focus, be purposeful in what you're trying to do, and live a purpose-driven life.
I guess dabbling works for some people, because I do know a few people that have dabbled and then they find, for people that don't really know what they want to do, they can dabble, they know what they're good at, but they're not sure if they want to do it for the rest of their life. So dabbling in it and then
true. Because I see some 30-year-olds out here, 40-year-olds, they're still chasing music, they're still chasing the dream.
Why are we gonna put an age cap on it?
We're not putting an age gap, she's just doing that.
I'm not generalizing with the age gap, but it's just kind of like, you out here, you have a family, you have a wife, you have your kids, and you're chasing the dream. Fam, like, don't.
No, as in, you can dabble, but
stop dabbling.
Have a steady income.
Yeah, have something.
Maybe that's what
you
it
get
is.
One, just have something that we know, okay, this is what you do.
Instead of,
and then you're saying, okay, I want to try
anything.
this, I want to try that, I want to be an MC, I want to do this. Fine. But you don't have anything to concrete and you're just dabbling. And you have a child, you have a wife.
Exactly.
Who is
and
paying
I read
the
somewhere,
mortgage?
like, the average millionaire, like, has 7 sources of income. So, just FYI.
Maybe I need to have 7 sources of income.
And we had
I do believe in the have something on the side. One of the biggest reasons I do believe in that is, God forbid, there was a point in time in Ireland where there were so many redundancies.
Yeah.
If your cash cow goes like that, what are you going to fall back on? At least you've got that thing on the side that you can say, okay, maybe this can last me for another 1 or 2 months till I get a new job. Yeah. But if you ain't got nothing, that's it. But that still brings me back to, how many hours a day do you focus on your side thing? Because you've got your 9 to 5, and then, like, you're doing your stuff on the weekends. Imagine you were able to do this 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, on your own time, book your own appointments and all that kind of thing.
It's something I've actually thought about as well. It's really hard because I notice, because it's part-time, I'm doing that. I find out sometimes if I haven't done it like a week, I don't to get back into it is a bit, hard.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not like some people that would have models coming there to, practice on and do different things. And sometimes if I want to go take master classes, it's hard because, first of all, where I am is far from everywhere else. So it's just, like you said, having that time to master your craft is really...
How do you do it?
I would never leave something that's not paying me what I'm earning in my current situation to go pursue that full time. So unless, like, you can put in like 2 to 3 hours, like at the end of my day, for instance, like I finish at 5, I'm home, I go to the gym or whatever, do whatever I have to do. There's still like 4 to 5 hours between that 5 I get home and 10 p.m. So it's just dependent on what you think is a priority. You're gonna always find time for something that you care about.
Yes. Hold that thought in your mind. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back to this topic because, like I said, hold that thought in your mind. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back to this topic because, like I said, it is actually biting me. It's personal. It is very personal. And I want to get a lot more opinions on this and maybe try and figure out how I can sort out my work-life balance. Okay. See you soon. Welcome back to ConvoTime. So far we're talking about a topic that's been kind of a little bit upsetting for me simply because I don't feel like I have one, which is work-life balance. And I want to actually ask, can you guys explain to me what you know as a work-life balance? What is the balance for you?
To have a personal life and still have work, I suppose.
And still be able to work.
Yeah.
So social life and working, basically. So we're on the same part. Yeah. What about you, Toby? You always have a different opinion.
Just don't take work home.
I agree.
I believe in this. I do this thing at work whereby as soon as, it's weird, but as soon as I get to work, once I put on I get my ID card, like anything outside work, I don't bring it into work. And as soon as I'm out, once I take that lanyard off, I don't care about work. I always tell them at work, if you call me, I won't pick up.
But here's the thing, I like that point that you made because a couple of weeks ago I had this situation where, and this is why I got so upset. I found that when I'm done at work, because of how my brain operates at work, I don't actually shut off. My brain has not shut off. So even when, we're talking about side hustles and being able to do things, I physically can't close my brain to work to even focus on something else because I've been working on it for so long. And I found that 2 weeks ago, I was dreaming about something I needed to do the next day at work. And it's not even my personal issue.
Yeah, you take it to
And that's where I felt like, what is going on? I'm literally, and it wasn't physically bringing work home because I can't do that. I was mentally bringing work home. So it was basically, and that particular day I found out I didn't actually see my son. Because I was thinking, I had literally come home, given him a hug, went upstairs, tried to take a shower, and I was so wrecked thinking about something else that he was fed by somebody else and put to bed by somebody else and not me. And I didn't realize.
But I feel like that's probably like earlier on during my career. So like essentially I would overwork myself to the point where like I would start to get dizzy and I can't see. So after that kind of happened in my life kind of thing, you start to realize at the end of the day, it's just a company. It's not your dad's company, it's your mama's company. If anything happens to you, they do not care. You're very much replaceable.
Thank you.
So you just need to be a bit more, because I had issues with being vocal with the things I was dealing with to HR or to my manager, because I felt like, if you say something now, that's how they're just gonna fire you. You know, it was, that type of way. But like, I feel like the more vocal, the more like authority that you begin to have wherever you work or whatever, you should be able to express these things, because you do have a child and you are going to be tired and you do need that balance. Like, even if it's negotiating, like, I want to work from home 2 days out of the week because my son is X, Y, and Z. Like, you should be able, once you pass probation, the worst they can tell you is no.
Even if you've not passed probation, this is where I might go a bit, into the biblical terms and all. But I feel like we need to always understand that even if you like, for example, if you lose your job, if you're a Christian and you do whatever you believe in, always know that there's something that's always going to happen at the end of the tunnel. So you could work for a company for 10 years and something happens to the company, they lose all their money. They're not going to give you anything. They're going to go home with nothing. Yeah. So it's the same way whereby even if you're on probation, if you don't like something, I always say change it. Don't get comfortable with the situation. Because you might get comfortable with it, and that's how a lot of people would just be in the same job for 10 years. And you ask them how's work. It's alright.
I feel like that's me at the moment.
Yeah, like I have this thing whereby I can't work in a place for more than 2 years. I'm at my job for 2 years now, and I'm actually now I understand the whole idea of I like make money for myself at the moment. Okay. Like let's say if I had a wife and a kid, I have to put that into consideration that I can't just walk out, bills to pay. But then that's why I always say that you always have to planning is also important. Yeah. Whereby like if my wife is working, I can be like, listen, I'd need 2 months. Like save up, do you know what I mean? Like always be prepared, always let yourself be on alert. Don't ever feel comfortable and be like, now I can do this because I've gotten this. Always, if you don't like something, change it.
Yeah. And I feel like if you're not progressing, dip as soon as possible.
See, that's the thing. I don't know. It's easier. I don't want to seem like I don't understand where you guys are coming from, but I'm looking at you going, you like what you do. You found what you like. It's easier to say it from your point of view because you're there, you're comfortable, than sitting in me going, okay, I can at the end of the day say, okay, I'm not happy, or not necessarily that I'm not happy, but it's not working out the way I thought it would, so let me dip and find something else. But here, let's be real, then the economy we're in, it's not like they're handing out jobs everywhere. I also need to consider, fine, I'm saying I'm not necessarily doing what I want to do or whatever, but it's bringing in the money that's providing for my family. So do I stay here and collect the money so I know my child definitely does not have any lacking in his life? Or do I now say, okay, let me quit this job and go find something else I want to do? And for that 2 months, I have nothing.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know what you want to do?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because the reason I asked is, if you know what you want to do, which a lot of people don't, I feel like you shouldn't quit. Like we were saying that time, it's not right. To me, it doesn't make sense for you to just quit what's bringing a steady income and then hop into something else. Because a lot of time, business fails when you start. But if you know what you want to do, I believe now's the time for you to start going after what you want to do while still doing your 9 to 5.
Because that's where my problem currently lies, because I actually do know what I want to do now.
Okay.
And now is where my problem lies with actually the time. And that's where my anger is coming from. In Ireland, your average working time, your mandatory working time is 9 hours.
So what time do you start and what time do you finish?
So I would start 9 o'clock, finish 5:30.
Okay, mine's
because
9
if I find that I don't
my
have
distance, the distance from my house to my work, it takes me 2 hours. So I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to work for 9.
Do you do a train or?
I do a bus. So I'm stuck. If I get stuck in traffic, that's it. I'm stuck, and then I'm late to work, and then I get the same bus back home. If I finish at 5:30, I don't get home till about 8:30, 9. My son's already asleep or getting ready to go to sleep.
Because that sounds similar to like how my work life was, but then you just find ways around it. So that 2 hours on the bus, are you researching? Do you have your laptop?
On my way home, I could, but going, because of the fact that I've slept so late because I'm trying to shut down from the day before, I'm not going to bed till like my brain doesn't shut down and I can't sleep till like 12, 1, 2. And then I have to wake up again at 6. There's no time. So I'm sleeping on the bus going to work. Then coming back, my brain doesn't shut down.
I think you need to sort of find a balance. We're talking about work balance. Like, for me, I just don't bother about
Maybe
work.
I need to move to Sweden.
Wait.
No, I have a reason for saying that.
Let me finish. I feel like you just need to... I know it's hard for you. For me, it's very easy. Trust me. 9 to 5:30. After 5:30, bye. I don't care about none of you. I'm sorry. I don't care about anything. Because for me, I can't take work home. I can't. First of all, my job, I can't. What am I going to take? Am I taking bacteria home? Or what am I? So maybe the job I do helps me because I work in a lab. So I don't necessarily have to go home and do any sort of homework to say. But I really programmed my mind to the point where I'm like, work is work. And this is something I deal with my husband. Sorry to put you on blast, but I deal with him all the time because he's in a position now where he's a supervisor. And this dude takes work home. He brings work home. And I constantly tell him, bruv, like, drop your phone. He has a work phone. I know his is different because he's in a different position.
And does he like what he does?
He loves it. No,
that's the difference.
He loves it. He takes...
Like, even though I have like the unlimited and working from home, but it feels like my work is ingrained in my life. So like even if I'm saying, I might not be working as in at my desk or whatever, but if someone pings me about like a campaign that's supposed to go out like in the next 5 minutes, I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is approved, this is this is that, but it's so ingrained
exactly
in
and
my life.
husband does the
so
same
it's not
thing.
Work, it's just
life.
if that makes sense.
Which is great. It's good.
If you're happy,
really good. If you're happy. You were saying, sorry to cut you. You were saying about her loving what she does and you not necessarily. I'm sort of in the position as you, my love. Like,
I have aspects of what I do.
We've spoken about this before.
I think it takes time because I love what I do now. But my very first job, it was like marketing throughout. So it was like events, it was PR, it was this, it was that. It was too much.
Yeah.
So like along my path, it's kind of like, okay, I started seeing like, okay, this is what the spectrum looked like. This is what I want to specialize in, and then just kind of focusing towards that. And there were times where I felt like, okay, I didn't have enough time to do certain things that I wanted to do. So I started waking up at like, 4:35 just to get the extra hours in. Then I would, do what I need to do. And then, but you need to just, as I always say, like, it's just down to what you really want to do. You're going to find the time.
I've lost touch with friends. I've lost touch with a lot of family.
I can understand. You're single. So
it's true. I hear that. Yeah. To be waking up at 4 a.m. and all of that, that's me.
That's why I was going to say, I can't disagree with the idea where you feel like people should not quit. I feel like walk out of that, company. Because this is how I see life, right? If you're destined for something, you are going to have to go through a rough part.
I hear that.
Like, a lot of people who we see as great people today, they didn't get there on a quick. It wasn't like, smooth sail.
Yeah.
They had to, like, a lot of people don't know Simon Cowell had to move back into his parents' house at the age of 35. 35, let that sink in. But that's the guy everyone sees as a great guy now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So at some point, you're going to feel like, nah, this is like me going back in time.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to go back to
I actually do want to go back in time.
I do understand you. And when I say don't quit, I'm like, if you're not sure.
Yeah, if you're not sure.
But if you're at a position where, okay, you're being frustrated at work, you're at the point where you're like, okay, nah, I can't take this anymore. I know what I want to do. What's this guy's name? Steve Harvey. He's always saying it. Jump. Yeah. Jump. Mm-hmm. Take that leap of faith, and you never know where it'll land you. And most of the time, if you don't work out, you can find something else. There's always, like you said,
maybe I need to. I'm saying this. I need to jump to Sweden.
But sometimes, sometimes you can find the opportunities when you're annoyed at something, it's very easy to blur out all the good.
Yeah.
So like sometimes within those organizations, you can find the opportunities that are kind of in line with what you're trying to do.
I won't lie, because of the fact that it's not that I have any issues at work. Now, I want to highlight that. Yeah. It's not that it's just this balance I don't have. Okay. Oh. Like, I come home and I can't tune out. I don't feel like I have my family that I can bring. I'm trying, but I'm weak.
You need something to switch
off.
You
need support.
I need some sort of support.
Because like with me, it was like the spas, the gym.
But that's the thing, when I'm like, where's the time for that? And because 9 hours a day or 8.5 hours a day what I do, but technically I'm on 13 hours because if you add bus time to that I'm not with my family, and then if I'm trying to add, okay, if I want to do my own thing on the side, like it's just too much.
Maybe not about even.
Whereas I'm like, the reason why I keep continuing about Sweden is because they only do in Sweden they work 6 hours a day, and before dark, before nighttime, they have 8.5 hours of basically no work, no nothing. It's free time, family time, do what you want to do before it gets dark or before the next day rolls around. And I'm like, imagine if that was something that we had here. And imagine productive, because that's one of the reasons why they have that is it increases productivity so well and it works.
So in your company, nobody works from home?
No, you have to be at a certain level.
To work from home?
Yes. Okay. To get home access, you have to be at a certain level. It's not everybody. And I'm not there yet. I'm gunning to, but it's not something that you can achieve just like that.
I think it depends on the organization.
I think so, because in my company, Indeed is in Ireland as well.
In my company, people that work like in the labs and that, we can't work from home. But people that are in QA departments, they can work from home. They can work because they do more documentation, more computer-based work.
It depends,
so
I think with sales, they can't work
from home. For me, anyways, I feel like sometimes even if you're working from home, it might not make it better.
It doesn't make a difference. I found that from some people as well.
My question for you is, what do you spend your weekends doing?
That's the only time I have to say I want to spend with my family. But that time is also usually allocated to us then trying to do our own thing and I'm then trying to incorporate, okay, my family into it, or do I do my own thing on the side? And
one of the things that could help, essentially, one of the things that I always do every single Sunday, a huge chart of this is exactly what I'm doing between, do you get what I mean? And I do it in level of importance and stuff. Yeah. So this is how my work week looks like. Then I match it with this is how my personal week is going to look like. So where can I mix and match? Where can I put stuff in?
Maybe I'll try a work chart. I want more opinions though. So I'm going to call to you guys. Our social media platforms are at the bottom of the screen. Send in your opinions, your comments. What do you think about do you have a work-life balance? If you do, tell me about it. I need to feed off people here. And if you don't, tell me how frustrating it is for you as well. Are you in my shoes? Do you feel what I'm feeling, guys? It's been ConvoTime. I've been your host, Loretta, and I am a frustrated host. Get me out of this funk, guys. I need your help. And I will, in Jesus' name, amen. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good, I just said it there. I'll see you guys soon. It's been a good show. Bye.